I've always known that education was sort of in the blood. My grandfather was a teacher. Later, he became a college professor at Grambling State University. I have aunts on both sides who were educators, mostly in K-12. So I knew it was good work. It had been sort of extolled to me that this is worthwhile work. Joining the professional organization, joining NCAE, was one of the first things on my list. My first year, I was relearning world history. Nobody tells you this, but as much as you specialize in college, teaching high school is all of history, start to finish, up through yesterday, as we like to say. As it happened, the last week of school, I had a student, first period, who took her life. She was always the first person in the door, would drop her bag and run out. Meanwhile, I speak and say hello, but meanwhile, I'm scrambling to make sure I got my lesson plans, my PowerPoint, I got answers, I gotta make enough copies and things like that. I understand enough not to hold myself responsible, but I definitely felt as though I missed that student. I missed her coming and going. And probably the most profound change in my teaching was that I would never again sort of miss the students. That's probably been the biggest shift. To be sincere in that matters a lot more than knowing a thing and having great strategies and all your copies. So the one thing that I've held on to since the beginning, since that first year, is exactly that. To see my students for who they are. It's just immeasurably valuable to have somebody put a hand on your back and say, you're gonna be all right. Kind of point you in a direction, correct your course where the need be, but invest in people's lives. Some days it feels like that is all we do. I will say that having taught for so long, I run into former students, students I had in class and students who just recognize me from the halls or my booming voice, walking into their teacher's classroom, but they recognize me and sometimes surprised to see that I'm still doing it. But overwhelmingly, they're doing all right. It's a solace and a reminder that this is not all for naught, even on those February days when it seems like nobody's listening. Even with those difficult classes, when students come back as the people they've become and they remember you fondly, they remember the time you put in, and they remember that you try to do right by them. That you can squeeze, I think, 2, 3, 4 years more out of teaching just from one of those interactions. That's just a beautiful gift. Even though we are in a right-to-work state, it absolutely matters that we grasp every inch of advocacy within our reach. The kids deserve it. The teachers deserve it. I think society and the parents, whether they acknowledge it, they deserve it.